The demand function for a product is given by QD equals 200 minus 5P and the supply function is Q underscore S equals 10P minus 100. A. Find the equilibrium price and quantity. Explanation: market equilibrium occurs where the quantity demanded equals the quantity supplied. Q underscore D equals QS. We set the two equations equal to each other and solve for the price P. Then substitute that price back into either the demand or supply equation to find the quantity Q. Solution: set Q underscore D equals Q, S is to 200 minus 5, P equals 10, P minus 100. Gather terms with P on one side and constants on the other. 200 plus 100 equals 10P plus 5P. 300 equals 15P. P equals frac 315. P to the power of equals 20. Substitute P to the power of equals 20 into the demand function. You could also use the supply function. Q to the power of equals 200 minus 520. Q to the power of equals 200 minus 100. Q to the power of equals 100. Equilibrium price. P to the power of equals $20. Equilibrium quantity. Q to the power of equals 100 units. B. Calculate the price elasticity of demand at the equilibrium point. Is demand elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic? Explanation: the price elasticity of demand, PED, measures the responsiveness of the quantity demanded to a change in price. It is calculated as the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. The formula for point elasticity, which is appropriate here since we have functions, is PED equals left of frac dQ/dP right times left of frac PQD right, where frac dQ/dP is the derivative of the demand function with respect to price. The slope of the demand curve when Q is on the y-axis, or 1/slope if P is on the y-axis, but here it's simply the coefficient of P. P is the equilibrium price. Q underscore D is the equilibrium quantity demanded. Solution: from the demand function Q underscore D equals 200 minus 5P is to the derivative frac dQ/dP is the coefficient of P, which is minus 5. Now plug in the equilibrium values. P to the power of equals 20 and Q to the power of equals 100. PED equals minus 5 times left frac 20,100 right. PED equals minus 5 times left frac 15 right. PED equals minus 1. When interpreting elasticity, we typically look at the absolute value. PED equals minus 1 equals 1. If PED greater than 1, demand is elastic. If PED less than 1, demand is inelastic. If PED equals 1, demand is unit elastic. In this case, PED equals 1. Price elasticity of demand equals minus 1. Demand is unit elastic at the equilibrium point. This means that a 1% change in price will lead to an exactly 1% change in quantity demanded in the opposite direction. C. Calculate the price elasticity of supply at the equilibrium point. Is supply elastic, inelastic, or unit elastic? Explanation: the price elasticity of supply, PES, measures the responsiveness of the quantity supplied to a change in price. It is calculated as the percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. The formula for point elasticity is PAS equals left of frac dQs/dP right times left of frac PQS right, where frac dQs/dP is the derivative of the supply function with respect to price, the slope of the supply curve. P is the equilibrium price. Q underscore S is the equilibrium quantity supplied. Solution: from the supply function QS equals 10P minus 100. The derivative frac dQs/dP is the coefficient of P, which is 10. Now plug in the equilibrium values, P to the power of equals 20 and Q to the power of equals 100. PS equals 10 times left frac 20,100 right. PS equals 10 times left frac 15 right. PS equals 2. If PS greater than 1 supply is elastic. If PS less than 1 supply is inelastic. If PS equals 1 supply is unit elastic. In this case, PS equals 2. Price elasticity of supply equals 2. Supply is elastic at the equilibrium point. This means that a 1% change in price will lead to a 2% change in quantity supplied in the same direction. Producers are relatively responsive to price changes.